Welcome to the No Views News. This program was created on Thursday, March 4th, at 8:25 a.m. Pacific Standard Time, by Zeno Reader. There are 722 headlines from 108 feeds we check to build this automated report. Welcome to No Views, daily automated podcast news. The headlines in this super unknown daily news summary do not imply fact-checking or endorsement of ideas. The first headlines are from the current most popular news site, Yahoo News, with 175 million estimated monthly unique visitors. Then and now, a mega drought in California. Hardoi, India man arrested for beheading teenage daughter. A wealthy Florida Keys community received vaccines before the rest of the state. A month later, one resident sent $250,000 to the governor. Man describes harrowing, unprovoked attack at subway station. Republicans are demanding a full 600-page reading of Biden's COVID relief bill. Autopsy, California's I-5 strangler was strangled himself. Mom arrested after girl, 4, found alone on NYC sidewalk remained unclaimed for days. Michelle Obama, Barack and I can't get a word in with Sasha, Malia. IG faults Elaine Chao with transportation over ethics concerns. South Carolina officials may soon force death row inmates to decide if they want to be executed by lethal injection, electric chair or a firing squad. The next headlines are from the second most popular news website at this time, with 150 million unique monthly visitors, Google News. The Pope's Iraq trip could be his most dangerous yet, but the country's dwindling Christian minority hopes it heals their wounds, CNN. Biden versus Texas, what the public cares about are vaccines and results, Fox News. The Real World original cast moving back into NYC loft for reunion, TMZ. Myanmar war zone as security forces open fire on peaceful protesters, killing 38, CNN. Paul Bettany reveals his side of the famous Tom Hanks fart story, HuffPost. Yemen's Houthi rebels claim missile hits Saudi oil facility, the Associated Press. Meghan Markle said the royal family is perpetuating falsehoods in her tell-all interview with Oprah Winfrey, BuzzFeed. Cook County opens first large-scale vaccination site in Illinois to provide Johnson & Johnson vaccine, NBC Chicago. SpaceX Starship SN-10 prototype successfully lands before exploding in flames. ABC News, Australia. Brooklyn Nets James Harden gets mixed response from fans in return to Houston, ESPN. The following headlines are from the third most popular news website, with 110 million unique monthly visitors, The Huffington Post. Senator Ron Johnson argues against COVID-19 relief bill in the weirdest way, becomes a meme. Oops, attempt to deliver a new, $4,200 fridge goes wrong in a hurry. Fauci delivers stark warning to Republicans easing coronavirus restrictions. MSNBC montage highlights the Fox News nonsense really playing into Biden's hands. Proof, Trump Golden Idol statue at CPAC has a super awkward origin story. WTF is this all about? Ted Cruz's Dr. Seuss tweet has people scratching their heads. Don Lemon pulls no punches on Pence, have you not debased yourself enough for Trump? Paul Bettany reveals his side of the famous Tom Hanks fart story. Jimmy Kimmel gives QAnon and it's a new Trump prophecy that's bound to come true. House passes George Floyd bill designed to help prevent police misconduct. The next headlines are from the fourth most popular news website, with 95 million estimated unique monthly visitors, CNN. Suspects who set off fireworks inside mall sought. Daughter takes job at nursing home to CNET. Court docs, woman ran over and killed her father. Key body camera footage missing after raid. Arrest made in 1982 murder of Racine woman. Teacher seen holding up racial slur. Woman accused in murder for hire scheme. Dad reunited sons earn nearly 2 years after theft. Teen saves woman's life with training he learned in school. Woman helps through community kindness closet. The next headlines are from the fifth most popular news website at this time, with 70 million estimated unique monthly visitors, the New York Times. Cuomo, remorse, but no resignation. With her job on the line, Nicola Sturgeon of Scotland hits back at critics. SpaceX's Starship SN-10 rocket launched, landed and exploded. Got a confidential news tip? UN says 38 are killed in Myanmar in bloodiest day since coup began. California will direct 40% of new doses to poorer communities. The UK got COVID vaccines right. How? Trump should be a celebrity vaccine ambassador. Biden calls state decisions to end mask mandates Neanderthal thinking. ERCOT fires Chief Executive Bill Magnus after Texas storm. The following headlines are from the sixth most popular news website, with an estimated 65 million monthly unique visitors, Fox News. Fleury earns 11th win of the season, Vegas tops Wild 5-1. Slumping Kings beat shorthanded Lakers 123-120. Bond hearing for man who killed ex-Saints star Will Smith. NHL leading Maple Leafs beat Oilers 6-1 for 3-game sweep. Number 19 San Diego State beats UNLV 71-62 for second MWC title. Lavine's 36 points lift Bulls past Pelicans 128-124. Senate GOP blasts blue state bailout in Biden's $1.9 trillion coronavirus bill. Young scores 32 as Hawks rally from 19 down to beat Magic. Porzingis helps Doncic less Mavs to 87-78 win over Thunder. James Harden has triple-double in Houston return, Nets roll. You are hearing today's top news headlines and more. Today is Thursday, March 4th. The next headlines are from the seventh most popular news website, with 63 million estimated monthly unique visitors, CBS News. Doctor shares hidden dangers of iPhone 12 for people with pacemakers. Third stimulus check, why your next relief payment may not be $1,400. Prince Harry, Meghan Markle made secret visit to Stanford researcher who studies science of compassion. Dr. Dave Hamida shares COVID checklist as parents send their students back to classrooms. Donor accidentally leaves $5,000 cash in jacket donated to Texas Goodwill store. New treatment gets young people with knee problems back in game. Couldn't walk, I was dragging my right leg behind me. The next headlines are from the eighth most popular news website, with an estimated 53 million monthly unique visitors, Mail Online, the Daily Mail. Thousands of women will receive letters stating they are owed $13,500 over state pension scandal. Prince Philip, 99, has successful procedure for pre-existing heart condition. China slaps down Britain's ambassador for defending freedom of the press. British teacher is jailed and sentenced to be caned for molesting 3-year-old girl in Singapore. Sir Desmond Swayne, 64, gets vaccine after refusing to apologize for promoting vaccine skeptics. Parents of autistic children turned away from jab center as their children are not disabled enough. We can finally tell the truth, says former royal label by Meghan Markle. Myanmar coup, police film brutally beating ambulance crew. Here we go. Wetherspoon will open its gardens from April 12th. Budget 2021, fury over Rishi Sunak's stealth tax on the middle classes. The following headlines are from the ninth most popular news website, with an estimated 47 million monthly unique visitors, The Washington Post. This is the Washington Post World News Feed. Photos show North Korea may be trying to extract plutonium. Why hasn't Biden reversed one of Trump's most controversial sanctions orders? COVID-19 live updates, prioritize overweight people for vaccinations, says study showing strong link between obesity and virus deaths. Explainer, why Ethiopia's deadly Tigray crisis is growing. Yemen's Houthis claim missile attack on Saudi oil facility. Still making the case for Islam and democracy in a Tunisia battered by crises. UN says at least 38 dead in Myanmar anti-coup protests, as security forces shoot to kill. One good thing, a taste of the islands makes lockdown easier. Thailand probes Facebook's removal of army-linked accounts. Ahead of Pope visit, survivor recalls Iraq church massacre. The next headlines are from the 10th most popular news website, which has an estimated 42 million monthly unique visitors, The Guardian. This is The Guardian's U.S. news feed. Coronavirus hive, modified vaccines for variants to be fast-tracked, Moscow expects EU to approve Sputnik V jab. Meghan accuses Palace of perpetuating falsehoods in new Oprah clip. Brexit, loyalist paramilitary groups renounce Good Friday Agreement. Variation is the stuff of life, so why can it make us uncomfortable? Lisa Feldman Barrett. Reading past feminists, I understand how writing things down can be a political act. Quebec. Hip-hop stars and fashion industry mourn stylist Derek Kahn. They become dangerous tools, the dark side of personality tests. Feeling the heat from all sides, on patrol with the Los Angeles Police Department, in pictures. There's no excuse for this, thousands in Mississippi City still without water weeks after storms. Naturino review, live scarred by ISIS and the West in haunting Cine poem. The following headlines are from the 12th most popular news website, with an estimated 36 million monthly unique visitors, ABC News. Prince Philip, 99, successfully underwent procedure for heart condition, Palace says. Smith asks Pelosi to investigate food allegedly harming National Guard members. Boy shot at Arkansas junior high dies. House Democrats pass election reforms as GOP moves to change voting laws. Former police chief facing dozens of attempted murder charges in alleged arsons. Canada vaccine panel recommends 4 months between COVID doses. The next headlines are from the 13th most popular news website, with an estimated 35 million monthly unique visitors, the BBC News. Myanmar coup, everything will be okay, teenage protester mourned. Brexit, EU negotiating with partner it cannot trust, says Coveney. COVID-19, updated vaccines can be fast-tracked like flu jabs. U.S. Capitol Police warn of possible militia plot to breach Congress. Nigeria kidnapped girls, security forces open fire at reunion ceremony. SpaceX, Starship lands safely, then explodes. Mariah Carey's brother sues over emotional distress caused by her memoir. Climate change, will China take a great leap to a greener economy? Sweden attack, man injures 7 in stabbing attack. Linda Reynolds, Australian minister regrets slur on alleged rape victim, PM. The following headlines are from the 14th most popular news website, with an estimated 34 million monthly unique visitors, USA Today. 3 vaccines, increased manufacturing, how US will have enough COVID-19 vaccine for every US adult in May, or even sooner. Arizona orders schools to reopen for in-person classes by March 15. New York eases travel policies, 518K US deaths, latest COVID-19 updates. Girl raises money for own brain surgery. Today in history for March 4. U.S. lawmakers pass bill to overhaul policing. Human smuggling probe, SUV in California crash entered through hole in border fence, officials say. Not forgotten, 150 missing Tennessee children recovered in Operation Volunteer Strong, officials say. In California, who's bankrolling Newsom recall, and thousands get wrong vaccine dosage. Joe Biden calls it a big mistake for states to lift mask mandates. North Dakota has nation's worst virus rate, latest COVID-19 updates. SpaceX Starship explodes after test flight landing. The next headlines are from the 15th most popular news website, with an estimated 35.5 million monthly unique visitors, the LA Times. The Newsom recall effort has a big problem, Orange County. California will reserve 40% of COVID-19 vaccine for disadvantaged areas to speed reopenings. Group affiliated with Teachers Union accuses Times of bias in LA Unified reopening coverage. Los Angeles Police Department officer dies after being struck by vehicle on duty. A bear strolls Eagle Rock, miles from home. LA is entitled to federal aid to put homeless people in hotels. It hasn't asked for any yet. DA declines to file case involving apartment rented by former LA councilman's son. LA County Sheriff obtained search warrant in Tiger Woods crash, seeking SUV data. Assemblywoman Sidney Kamliger declares victory in state Senate race. Fiery sheriff's pursuit in Fairfax district leaves one dead. We hope you are enjoying this news podcast. Today is Thursday, March 4th, 2021. You just heard from the top 15 most popular news websites in the world. More, from other news sources, is up next. Next, Reddit World News. Reddit is a user collective which claims over 430 million active users per month, and these are the top voted stories today. French Catholic clergy may have abused at least 10,000 people since 1950, say investigators. Catholic clergy in France abused more than 10,000 child victims, independent commission estimates. Hong Kong axed from Economic Freedom Index after years a top spot, now ranked 107th as part of China. Thousands demand India's Chief Justice quit for suggesting accused rapist marry schoolgirl victim. We know that we can always get shot and killed with live bullets, but there is no meaning to staying alive under the junta, says a Myanmar activist. Google to stop selling ads based on your browsing history and drop cookie support for Chrome, citing privacy concerns. Scientists fear melting ice is causing the Gulf Stream to disappear, causing Europe to be much colder and drier. Perfect rescue, Thai Navy scrambles to save cats from sinking ship. China make COVID anal swabs mandatory for all foreign arrivals. Large glowing sharks discovered lurking in New Zealand waters. The sad, quiet death of Brazil's anti-corruption task force. Sweden, 8 people stabbed in suspected terrorist attack, police shoot attacker. EU law requires companies to fix electronic goods for up to 10 years. Myanmar security forces kill at least 33 protesters. Everything will be okay, slain Myanmar teens t-shirt slogan spurs defiance. The next headlines are from Forbes. Prince Philip underwent successful heart procedure on Wednesday, Buckingham Palace says. Large retail chains are still requiring masks even as Texas lifts restrictions. Meghan Markle says Buckingham Palace played active role in perpetuating falsehoods about her and Prince Harry. UFC 259 pre-fight press conference video live stream. New York Giants release Golden Tate, David Mayo in cap-clearing moves. WWE NXT results, winners, news and notes on March 3, 2021. EWA Dynamite results, winners, news and notes as Shaq debuts on March 3, 2021. Twice, Superman Shani, watch these titles on the World Albums chart. Senator Tom Cotton reveals he's holding up Merrick Garland's confirmation vote. After lifting COVID restrictions, Governor Greg Abbott claims undocumented immigrants are spreading virus in Texas. The next headlines are from Nature.com. MAP3K2 regulated intestinal stromal cells define a distinct stem cell niche. COVID megadatabase, single-shot vaccine and Pfizer results. Science diversified, queer perspectives on research. Ligand engineered band gap stability in mixed halide perovskite LEDs. Hippo signaling maintains ER expression and ER sup breast cancer growth. Anaerobic endosymbiont generates energy for ciliate host by denitrification. Van der Waals heterostructure polaritons with Moyer-induced nonlinearity. Climate-driven flyway changes and memory-based long-distance migration. Reply to, hippo signaling maintains ER expression and ER sub, plus, sub, breast cancer growth. COVID is amplifying the inadequacy of research evaluation processes. The World Population Update. Currently, we are increasing by over 220,000 people a day, expecting to reach 8 billion in 2023. At the time this report was generated, the population was estimated to be 7,689,810,886 humans. Worldometers.info says there are 195 countries at this time and, of those, the top 10 with the largest populations are, in order, China, India, the United States, Indonesia, Pakistan, Brazil, Nigeria, Bangladesh, Russia, and then Mexico. The next headlines are from Variety. Little Girl Review, a trans girl grows into herself in a lovely, light-filled documentary. Anne-Marie Jassier's Gaza drama wins top Berlinale co-production market award. Rise Pictures, Sim and Sace team up on dark supernatural comedy Grimm Incorporated exclusive. Nomadland 2 bow on Disney Plus star in the UK, followed by theatrical release. Variety's Berlin Digital Daily, Day 4, Tutty Awards ahead of the curve. Karlovy Vary Film Festival postpones 2021 edition to August, as COVID-19 surges in Czech Republic. Berlin, firebrand helper Brandon Burrows uses chess skills in navigating these. Adam Burrows' Life in Color producer Humble Bee Films hires Icon Films executive Stephen McQuillan exclusive. Oscars predictions, Best Picture, it's time for Oscar voting but could we see just 6 nominees? Oscars predictions, Best Director, sounding the alarms, it could be just one woman in directing. The following headlines are from NPR, National Public Radio. Former NFL Pro Bowler Kellen Winslow II sentenced to 14 years for sex crimes. House approves major election and campaign finance reform bill. CEO of Texas Power Grid fired after massive cold weather power outages. House approves police reform bill named after George Floyd. Department of Justice fails to convince judge to keep member of Proud Boys leadership behind bars. Church leaders say Johnson & Johnson's shot should be avoided if alternatives available. Now is not the time to stop wearing a mask, says CDC Director Rochelle Walensky. Discovery of schoolhouse for black children now offers a history lesson. No remorse, Toronto's van attack killer found guilty of first-degree murder. How 2 skiers conquered Yosemite's Half Dome. The following headlines are from The Week. After 50 years, a long-lost family photo has made its way back where it belongs. A free food forest has transformed this Atlanta neighborhood. House passes sweeping voting rights and elections reform bill. House passes police reform bill named after George Floyd. Inspector General found Elaine Zhao used office to benefit her family. Disney to close at least 60 retail stores in U.S. and Canada. Biden, Texas, Mississippi governors are showing Neanderthal thinking by lifting COVID-19 restrictions. House cancels Thursday session amid threat of violence. Why Democrats may have lost significant votes from non-white conservatives. A majority of American men wash their face with hand soap. The following headlines are from the Texas Observer. Lone Star, the Great Freeze. Who's going to take responsibility for air pollution in Texas? The following headlines are from the NASA Mars Exploration Program. NASA to provide update on Perseverance first since Mars landing. The next headlines are from Universe Today. SpaceX's Starship prototype flies high and sticks the landing. New perspective of Jezero crater shows the path Perseverance could use to navigate. What happens if Perseverance finds life on Mars? Nancy Grace Roman Space Telescope could get a starshade of its own. These are the news headlines for today, Thursday, March 4th. This podcast is produced only in English at this time. As of 2020, the Ethnologue reference lists 7,117 different human languages, with English being the third most common, after Mandarin Chinese and Spanish. The following headlines are from earthsky.org. Earlier spring snowmelt in Alps threatens microbes in soil. A flyby this week of infamous asteroid Apophis. Photographs of historic Mars and Pleiades conjunction. Closest Mars-Pleiades conjunction until 2038. Asteroid dust in Chicxulub crater seals deal on dino extinction. Gulf Stream at its weakest in over 1,000 years. What are cloud streets? The next news is from Politico. Critics question China's right to host Winter Olympics. The vaccines that could stop COVID-19. Biden's first 100 days. House passes sweeping bill on election, government reforms. House passes police reform bill. Opinion Biden's unnecessary border crisis. White House weighs minimum wage negotiations with Republicans. Biden faces backlash over small business rescue overhaul. New mask wars threaten Biden's pandemic response at critical moment. Alleged Proud Boys leader wins pre-trial release. The next headlines are from the Sydney Morning Herald in Australia. Hips or hormones, new study to tackle ACL toll in AFLW. Prince Philip undergoes successful heart procedure, Palace. Magnetized and ready for the fridge. TPG to review David Chia's son assault conviction. Exmouth plane crash victims revealed as much-loved local couple. Like a big flamethrower, hit-run driver overtook 8 cars before fiery crash. Wheelie bin revolution to begin after April environment talks. We can learn a lot from our own Amanda Gormans. Don't fall in love, the words that left an indelible mark. S.L. Lim, the first non-binary writer up for Stella Prize since entry changes. The next headlines are from MarketWatch. NerdWallet, 5 signs of a predatory credit card. Auto Trader, 5 steps to getting the best deal on auto insurance. Next Avenue, don't shun the afternoon nap, it can help keep you happy, healthy, enhance creativity and reduce anxiety. Europe markets, European stocks have outperformed as rates have climbed but slipped after Wall Street weakness. The Moneyist, I lost my job at 55 and started my own successful business. I now constantly get texts from friends and former co-workers asking how I did it. What do I do? The Moneyist, my single brother-in-law wants my husband to sign over the family home where he lives in case my husband dies first. Should I agree? London set to overhaul listing rules to attract tech IPOs and cash in on blank check boom. UK plans to hike corporate taxes and move to pay for COVID spending splurge. TaxWatch, how to claim stimulus money on your 2020 taxes. It's really the only vehicle that you have right now. The Moneyist, what the hell, I'm 28, have no debt, a 401k, Roth IRA and $45k in cash. Should I save for a house or buy a Tesla Model 3? Next, the top stories about patents and inventions. The use of artificial intelligence in life sciences and the protection of the IP rights, Lixology. Rosatom allocates funds for innovative projects, nuclear engineering. Full court to hear another appeal over computer-implemented invention, lawyerly. Key suit says Boeing unit infringed cryptanalysis patents, Bloomberg law. Lessons of COVID-19 for reward alternative to patents, reason. It's time to fix the patent system's gender problem, Law 360. Court decisions show ownership is everything, considering standing, the National Law Review. InterDigital kicks off trial against Lenovo over its 4G IP, Law 360. Edison's greatest invention wasn't the light bulb, Cheddar. What exactly is a patent? Read on to know. Why? The next headlines are from Quartz. Indian IT isn't hung up on the H-1B visa. India Incorporated wants the government to loosen its tight grip on vaccine distribution. Molotov cocktails. The oil market's wild pandemic ride is about to take another turn. Live sports betting is coming to your TV screen. How Walmart, Target, and Etsy compete online with Amazon. Rooftop solar could kill, or save, the Texas electric grid. Why UK Finance Minister Rishi Sunak put a super deduction in his budget. These are America's 10 most overpaid CEOs. The pesky pandemic wall. The following headlines are from Tech Dirt. Another game developer DMCA's its own game in dispute with publisher. Content moderation case study, decentralized social media platform Mastodon deals with an influx of GAB users, 2019. Court tells government it cannot hide behind its third-party DNA analysis vendor to withhold evidence. Broadband ICE frontier just keeps happily ripping people off with bogus fees, and zero real repercussions. New York City shifting mental health calls from NYPD to actual mental health professionals. Daily Deal, the 2021 Ultimate Mixology and Cocktail Bundle. Microsoft attacks the open web because it's jealous of Google's success. After hyping 5G for years, Verizon advises users to turn it off to avoid battery drain. Judge presiding over Arizona prosecution of Backpage denies discovery requests targeting her husband, who happens to be state attorney general. Not okay, Zoomer, here's why you hate video conference meetings, and what to do about it. We are now about 1/3 of the way through this daily news headlines podcast, a free service. Here, next, are the top trending keywords in Google web searches for today, a different window on world events. Kelly Marie Tran. Myanmar. Meghan Markle. Sixers. Elaine Zhao. Syracuse basketball. Alamo Drafthouse. Murder among the Mormons. Tim Allen. Moxie. The next headlines are from RT, the first Russian news station in English. China builder of world peace, says Beijing after Blinken labels it biggest geopolitical test of the 21st century. Lionel Messi goes wild on pitch as Barcelona earned dramatic cup semi-final comeback win, 2 days after police raid on club video. Russian withdrawal from Council of Europe over perceived human rights court bias would be a lose-lose situation for everyone. UK criticised by EU and Ireland for breach of trust over Northern Ireland protocol changes. Western-backed opposition in Russia isn't liberal and democratic, but leaders are actually agents of influence, Foreign Ministry. Election reform law passes House and heads to Senate, likely to be killed by filibuster. 2 arrested in New Zealand for online threats to Christchurch mosques which saw deadly white supremacist attack in 2019. Outlawed loyalist paramilitary groups withdraw support for Good Friday peace deal over Northern Ireland protocol. Russians boosted precious metal investments during COVID crisis. Russia considers cutting government borrowing as oil prices rally. The next headlines are from Zero Hedge. The global vaccine race, when will your country be free? Kremlin says Musk's Clubhouse invite was a misunderstanding. Biden's quest for Middle East domination. Afghanistan, the U.S. wasted billions on buildings and vehicles. Should we fear a German Ministry of Social Cohesion? Home invasions, all the ways the government can lay siege to your property. 2 Sessions 2021, 5 things you need to know about China's biggest political gathering. Historic repo market insanity, 10 why Treasury trades at -4% in repo ahead of monster short squeeze. Army begins new infantry squad vehicle test at Arizona's Yuma Proving Ground. $350 billion COVID bailout to states, cities, and counties. Here are biggest winners and losers. The following headlines are from Al Jazeera, Middle East News. Pakistan suspends flagship cricket tournament after COVID cases. Dozens of migrants heading to Yemen thrown overboard, feared dead. UN, Ethiopian, Eritrean troops behind possible war crimes. 3 police officers from coup hit Myanmar seek refuge in India. New Zealand arrests 2 over alleged threat to mosques. The Uyghur and Syrian refugees making a home together in Turkey. Australia's China dream. U.S. House passes police reform bill inspired by George Floyd death. Protests, mourning as world condemns Myanmar crackdown. Nepal government signs peace accord with banned Maoist splinter group. The next headlines are from Breitbart. Democrat-led House passes H.R. 1, aim to federalize U.S. elections. Exclusive Ohio Senate candidate Josh Mondale presses Governor DeWine to end mask mandate, reopen Ohio entirely. Elaine Chao cited for misuse of office by Inspector General. MSNBC's Glaude, GOP assault on voting rights part of the cold civil war. Merrick Garland refuses to say if he supports decriminalizing illegal immigration. NY Senate Majority Leader, Cuomo's apology is extremely important, we'll see how things play out. Police get search warrant for SUV's black box from Tiger Woods crash. Watch, White House cuts video feed after Joe Biden asks for questions. Greg Abbott, Joe Biden recklessly freeing coronavirus-positive illegal aliens into Texas. Mississippi House votes to ban transgender athletes from girls' women's sports. The next headlines are from UPI News. Kansas 18-year-old wins $25,000 from her first lottery ticket. Watch, Goodwill worker finds $5,000 left in donated jacket pocket. Watch, Egyptian swimmer breaks record with monofin jump. Loose goat found wandering next to highway in New York. 2 Welsh women pull Airbus A320 to break Guinness World Record. 15th century Chinese bull bought for $35 at Connecticut yard sale. Passenger flight turns around in Sudan when stowaway cat attacks pilot. Giant NCAA bracket on Indiana hotel breaks Guinness record. The following headlines are from goodnewsnetwork.org. Embarrassed student hid bad haircut under a hat, then the principal gave him a great new do. Watch. Tree Corps has a green job for you, planting the healing power of trees in low-income neighborhoods. Study shows wild kangaroos can intentionally communicate with humans. Porcelain bowl bought at yard sale for $35 could sell at auction for $500,000. Watch these musicians play instruments carved from ice inside acoustic igloo concert hall. You're tuned to No Views, daily automated podcast news. This is a report for Thursday, March 4th. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Reddit Offbeat News. UK government to develop library of mRNA vaccines to help fight new COVID-19 variants. Acuba data confirms it, vaccines are sexy. 17,000 earthquakes hit Iceland in the past week, an eruption could be imminent. Meet Elizabeth Ann, first U.S. endangered species has been cloned from genes of animal that died in 1988. Half of students in Baltimore High School have a 0.13 GPA, which ranks near the top half of the school. Washburn Rural sent hundreds of bananas after winning state wrestling titles. Woman found inside ceiling of Edmonton school. AA confirms it isn't secretly fixing FIFA matches. Australian cop arrests woman because she didn't make eye contact with him at pub. Pittsburgh woman charged with killing estranged husband, hiding body. The next headlines are from a site called The Next Web. WhatsApp finally brings voice and video calls to desktop. Thanks to the internet, we know what's happening in Myanmar, but a communication blackout may be near. How to transfer your iCloud photos to Google Photos. Facebook to lift ban on political ads on Thursday. Oh great, now Netflix is copying TikTok too. Necromancy, scientists built a robot that can hear through a dead locust's ear. Nosy AI reads a 300-year-old sealed letter, without opening it. Battery degradation, a tale of triumph over anxiety. These fun STEM learning kits will get the kids busy for hours while you're on Zoom calls. The race to net zero is on, but no one wins if we take shortcuts. The following headlines are from Science Daily. Belly fat resistant to every other day fasting. Bahamas were settled earlier than believed. Researchers discover that privacy-preserving tools leave private data anything but. Nature, new compound for male contraceptive pill. High end of climate sensitivity in new climate model seen as less plausible. Climate change winners may owe financial compensation to polluters. Small-scale fisheries offer strategies for resilience in the face of climate change. Ghosts of past pesticide use can haunt organic farms for decades. New, highly precise clock can measure biological age. Color blindness correcting contact lenses. The next headlines are from Information Week. Tech skills, coding languages to boost your salary. Microsoft Satya Nadella talks democratizing tech at Ignite. This is a reading of news headlines. This broadcast was created on Thursday, March 4th from over 100 sources, to give you a bigger picture of the news. The next headlines are from the Salt Lake Tribune. The triple team, NBA referees ruined fun Jazz Sixers matchup, Rudy Gobert's small market comments and some of the missed calls. We continually get screwed, Utah Jazz livid at referees following their overtime loss to 76ers. Utah women's weird season ends with loss to number 7 Washington State in Pac-12 basketball tournament opener. Hundreds of unhoused people have received COVID-19 vaccines in Salt Lake City. Utah running Utes loss to Oregon State marks yet another tough-to-take defeat in a season full of them. Bill on changing Dixie State University's name gets final approval from Utah lawmakers. $1.23 billion transportation package heading to governor's desk. More than 250,000 Utahns are now fully vaccinated. Is a 5G pole planned for your neighborhood? This map shows all permits in Salt Lake City so far. Utah Senate backs new agency to battle neighboring states over Colorado River. The next headlines are from Slashdot, tech news for nerds. Space hurricane seen above magnetic North Pole was raining electrons. U.S. issues warning after Microsoft says China hacked its mail server program. SpaceX Mars prototype rocket nails landing for the first time, but explodes on pad. Cephalopod passes cognitive test designed for human children. AMD unveils new Radeon RX 6700 XT mid-range GPU to take on GeForce RTX 3060 Ti. Apple launches service for transferring iCloud photos, videos to Google Photos. Facebook lifts political ad ban. How worried should you be about those Tom Cruise deepfakes? Okta says it's buying security rival Auth0 for $6.5 billion. ICANN refuses to accredit Pirate Bay founder Peter Sunday due to his background. The next headlines are from Fox St. Louis. Chair of St. Louis County Police Board resigns. Trash piling up along interstates in the St. Louis region. Missouri House Committee hears emotional testimony for legislation regarding transgender high school athletes. Contact 2, COVID restrictions loosening in some states but not airports. Downtown soccer stadium construction update coming Thursday. St. Louis County Courts open new satellite center for people seeking justice in the pandemic. More vaccines for underserved residents in the Metro East. Transformation agenda looks to make St. Louis County more customer service friendly. Drew Smith's late heroics lift Mizzou over Florida for road win. Lawmakers discuss doing away with presidential primary election for Missouri voters. These are the current headlines from the world's most interesting news websites. Thank you for listening. The next headlines are from Fox San Diego. Stadium stories, Aztecs all-time great Oliver dreamed of playing at the Q. California to give 40% of vaccine doses to vulnerable areas. Recall Newsom campaign collects 1.9 M signatures, organizers say. Some East County businesses dampened by rain. Great apes at San Diego Zoo receive COVID-19 vaccine. House passes sweeping voting rights bill over GOP opposition. Judge denies request from restaurants, gyms to resume indoor operations. House passes George Floyd policing bill, which would ban chokeholds. Video shows officer open fire as man pulls, drops knife downtown. Photos, storm covers San Diego neighborhoods in rain, hail. The next headlines are from spooknews.com. I expect you to die too, The Spy and the Liar confirmed for PlayStation VR. I expect you to die too, The Spy and the Liar comes to PSVR later this year. Pure PlayStation. I expect you to die too, The Spy and the Liar returns to PSVR. Next generation Honda Pilot spy photos reveal Ridgeline-style fascia. Beyond economic espionage. Companies are using this email trick to spy on you, here's how to stop them. German intelligence agency to spy on far-right AfD party. Microsoft Exchange zero-day attackers spy on U.S. targets. UK lawyers challenge the Labour Party's recruitment of ex-Israeli spy. Spy, KISS for the March stock market. DocNews.com. The following headlines are from Defense Blog. MBDA awarded first contract for new Albatross air defense system. Boeing releases new video of F-15X with its official U.S. Air Force livery. U.S. Army to receive 99 heavy dump trucks from Mac Defense. Numerica develops new 3D radar for counter-unmanned aircraft systems. U.S. Navy orders additional CMV-22B Osprey aircraft in $309 M deal. The next headlines are from SupChina, top news about China. China to prioritize green development, but will it be enough to peak emissions this decade? Investigation finds no physical or sexual assault before death of Lalamove writer. Truth and Reconciliation, excerpt from the Xinjiang Clubhouse. How close, exactly, were Russia and China to nuclear war? This is the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today, in the GMT time zone, is Thursday, March 4th, 2021. Now, more headlines. The next headlines are from KRON4 San Francisco. San Francisco businesses see uptick in burglars using blowtorches. Lafayette officials address concerns of pro-Trump demonstrations on highway overpass. We're not a bar, breweries question their reopening rules. Contra Costa County could transition into red tier this month. Hotspots prevent Alameda County from moving into red tier. Autopsy reveals California serial killer known as I-5 Strangler was strangled himself. Smash and grab robber targets TikTok's Fleetwood Mac skateboarder guy in SF. The next headlines are from the Daily Herald. Palace, Prince Philip has had a successful procedure for a pre-existing heart condition, will remain hospitalized. South Korea economy shrank in 2020 for first time in 22 years. Mavs star Doncic sits out against Thunder with back issue. Asian shares track Wall Street decline as bond yields rebound. No injuries reported in Naperville fire. New Des Plaines COVID-19 immunization site to use single-dose vaccine. $26.8 million redevelopment of downtown Mount Prospect Shopping Center gets okay from board. Zion man sentenced to 12 years for assisting terrorists. The following headlines are from Seattle PI. Closures on First Avenue, South Bridge begin Friday, more travel headaches for West Seattle drivers. Report, in January these cars, trucks stayed on Seattle lots the longest. The next alerts are from the Global Disaster Alerting and Coordination System, a cooperative effort from disaster managers worldwide. Drought is ongoing in Iraq, Syria, Turkey. Drought is ongoing in Madagascar. Drought is ongoing in Kazakhstan, Russia. Drought is ongoing in Angola, Congo, DRC, Namibia. Drought is ongoing in Bolivia, Brazil. Green alert for tropical cyclone Niran 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 0. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for Pacaya in Guatemala. Volcanic eruption is ongoing for Etna in Italy. Green alert for tropical cyclone Marian 21. Population affected by Category 1, 120 km per hour. Wind speeds or higher is 0. Green earthquake alert, magnitude 6.3 m, depth 10 km, in Greece March 3, 2021, 10:16 UTC, 1,290,000 people within 100 kilometers. You are hearing the No Views, daily automated podcast news. Today is Thursday, March 4th in the Greenwich Mean Time zone. Headlines here were found today in news feeds from around the world, but we do focus on the USA, one of the world's current 195 countries. Now, more news. The next headlines are from ABC Houston. More sunshine Thursday, rain chance returns Friday. Raya and the Last Dragon stars Kelly Marie Tran, Aquafina talk working remotely on film. Teachers can get the COVID-19 vaccine, Texas health officials say. New information details Memorial Park Land Bridge construction timeline. This is what mask wearing looked like during the 1918 flu pandemic. Houston Rodeo Drive shops open allowing vendors not at show to sell products. ABC 13 to host town hall on reopening Texas and end to statewide COVID-19 mandates. With Biden's backing, Dems revive bill to overhaul policing. Texas businesses reserve the right to keep or drop COVID-19 measures. Big mistake, President Joe Biden says of Governor Greg Abbott lifting Texas mask mandate. The following headlines are from China Post, top news about China, Taiwan and the world. Ai Fukuhara apologizes amid divorce rumors with Taiwan husband. Exclamation point, Taiwan bubble milk tea takes the UK by storm. Taiwan white rhino learning Japanese ahead of overseas marriage. Premier Su satisfied with Taiwan's ranking in Global Freedom Report. Taiwan reports 2 new imported cases, tally at 960. South Jiangxi master unveils key to traditional game. Viewers mistake stunning Mount Fuji photo for inkwash painting. Young Japanese fashionista goes viral for novel way of wearing jacket. Don't miss this Insta-worthy sea of flowers in Taipei. Trans influencer Wang Yao's fake pregnancy breaches law, health authorities. The following headlines are from The Gothamist. It's the Cuomo way, former staffers describe toxic workplace under governor's relentless thumb. City health official says new NYC variant is a reminder to stay diligent about COVID precautions. NY State to loosen COVID-19 gathering restrictions by end of March. Restaurant union calls on Jingfeng landlords to keep banquet hall open. Extra, momentum builds for 4-day work week. Is New York City's expensive campaign finance program worth the cost? Hours-long lines and fainting reported during Javits Center vaccination debacle. Coronavirus statistics, tracking the epidemic in New York. Cuomo addresses sexual harassment allegations, I'm not going to resign. Nearly 3 months out, we have a clear picture of COVID-19 vaccine safety. We hope you are enjoying this podcast. If you have a suggestion for a new RSS feed we should add, please leave it in a comment on our YouTube page. Next, info on a few earthquakes today from earthquaketoday.com. Light earthquake, 4.6 mag has occurred near Grisno in Greece. Light earthquake, 4.2 mag strikes near the Loyalty Islands. Light earthquake, 4.4 mag strikes near Havlulato in Tonga. Light earthquake, 4.7 mag has occurred near Hafnarfjord in Iceland. Light earthquake, 4.5 mag was detected near the Loyalty Islands. Minor earthquake 3.3 mag, 228 kilometers southeast of Chignac, Alaska. Light earthquake, M4.8 quake has struck near the Loyalty Islands. Light earthquake, 4.9 mag has occurred near Malongo in Solomon Islands. Light earthquake, 4.3 mag strikes near Kursk in Russia. Light earthquake 4.3 mag, Egypt. The next headlines are from globalissues.org. Vaccine passports are controversial, but their technology will bring big benefits to developing countries. International Women's Day, 2021, gender equality is the roadmap we need to overcome our most pressing global challenges. Fantasy turned nightmare for human trafficking survivor who is now thriving in the U.S. Another COVID-19 threat, healthcare workers under attack. International Women's Day, 2021, women in leadership positions, an economist's view of International Women's Day. International Women's Day, 2021, the problem of the respectable International Women's Day, an appeal for good trouble. The next headlines are from blacklistednews.com. The Navy plans to launch swarms of aerial drones from unmanned submarines and ships. California releases video pushing partnership with Microsoft to collect biometric data from children, enforce vaccine mandates. Customers ask for independent investigation after new smart meters cause spike in power bills. China makes COVID-19 anal swabs mandatory for foreigners. Canada's quarantine hotels backfire as people starved. Pentagon announces $125 million in military aid for Ukraine. Scientists stimulate brain to remove fear, boost confidence. Largely unmonitored injection of billions fueled runaway corruption in war-torn Afghanistan, report. China's Sharp Eyes program aims to surveil 100% of public space. Delusions of self-defense, Biden bombs Syria. The following headlines are from Snopes, a fact-checking service. Clever cuttlefish show advanced self-control, like chimps and crows. Are the Las Vegas travel Facebook vacation giveaways real? States rapidly expanding vaccine access as supplies surge. Kayleigh McEnany signs on as Fox News contributor. Lawmakers cannot cite local examples of trans girls in sports. Man injures 8 with axe in Sweden before being shot, arrested. Man accused of QAnon vandalism at America's Stonehenge. Palace to investigate after Meghan accused of bullying staff. Police uncover possible plot by militia to breach Capitol. Can Prince Harry and Meghan Markle's kids ever be U.S. president? We are now about 2/3 of the way through today's news headlines. When everything is working, this feed will auto-update 3 times per day. Join us daily to stay informed. The next headlines are from the Daily Beast. Deported veterans to Biden, bring U.S. home. The J&J vaccine is your last chance to save the most vulnerable. Local leaders are already screwing it up. The real-world homecoming reminds us how the MTV reality show changed America. Japan's gun laws worked so well they need to ban crossbows. Trump's Muslim ban left thousands in limbo, Biden must decide their fates. Cuomo came of age in Albany's sexual harassment cesspool. Spring break COVID-19 mayhem is coming for Florida. Manchin and Sinema are the radicals in the fight for $15. This bath soak makes my cold symptoms disappear. Meghan Markle and Prince Harry's war with the palace may get more vicious. The next headlines are from the New York Post. Yankees Mike Ford hasn't lost confidence hitting. Creighton coach Greg McDermott apologizes again for awful mistake. Bryson DeChambeau's par 5 experiment at Arnold Palmer Invitational didn't go so well. South Korea's first known transgender soldier found dead. Nick Claxton's Nets breakout continues, outstanding. The following headlines are from astronomy.com. Cygnus X1, the black hole that started it all. Raindrops on other worlds are surprisingly like our own. You're tuned to the No Views, daily automated podcast news. If you are hearing this, you found something super unknown. Congratulations. Now back to the headlines. The next science headlines are from CBS News. A shot of hope, vaccine questions answered. CDC finalizing guidance on what's safe for those who are vaccinated. Texas lifts mask mandate and other COVID-19 restrictions despite health officials' warnings. Biden meets with bipartisan group of lawmakers to discuss initiative to cure cancer. SpaceX Starship prototype sticks landing, then explodes. States face backlash over sweeping COVID restriction rollbacks. Doctor on risks of easing COVID-19 restrictions too soon. Asteroid the size of the Golden Gate Bridge to zoom by Earth. A dose of her own medicine, Dolly Parton gets COVID vaccine. Dolly Parton receives shot of COVID vaccine she helped fund. The next headlines are from the New York Daily News. SpaceX Starship suddenly explodes after seemingly solid landing. Australian Attorney General accused of rape, Prime Minister defends him. Koala mother and baby rescued from Australia wildfires return to habitat. Texas power grid president and CEO fired for winter storm outages. Pretend you are a slave, Mississippi school asks students to write slave letter, apologizes. Cuttlefish pass marshmallow delayed gratification test, indicating intelligence. Axe wielder injures 8 in Sweden before being shot by cops. Michelle Obama loves being out-talked by her girls. Ex-Florida mayor who shot at SWAT team gets 3 years in prison. Disney closing at least 60 retail stores in North America. The following headlines are from military.com. Police uncover possible plot by militia to breach Capitol. No indication heavy seas cause Navy cruiser's fuel oil leak, official says. Civilian contractor dies of heart attack after rocket attack on Iraq base. Guard general blames Pentagon restrictions for delayed military response to Capitol riot. Time to renew, Department of Defense retirees and dependents now getting redesigned ID cards. Lawmakers push VA to provide service dogs to vets after a decade of failed efforts. Soldiers clamoring for RQ-7 Shadow drone replacement, General says. Air Force's reconfigured F-15E Strike Eagle fighter proves it can carry extra bombs. In wake of Limbaug's death, AFN reaps negative feedback for Best of Rush programming. Air Force approves shorts for all maintainers, offers more options for PT socks. The next headlines are from the Chicago Tribune. Illinois Democrats tap U.S. Rep. Robin Kelly of Madison to succeed Michael Madigan as state party chair. After his wealthy Florida Keys enclave got early vaccines, ex-Illinois Governor Bruce Rauner gave $250,000 to Florida Governor Ron DeSantis. Coronavirus in Illinois updates, 2 new mass vaccination sites being readied as state reports 2,104 new COVID-19 cases and 44 additional deaths. Third man alleges inappropriate behavior by beloved Southside priest flagger. Chicago to ramp up vaccine outreach to seniors in March through home-based appointments with CFD, which will also offer caregivers the shot. Corrections and clarifications. Illinois set to open 2 more mass vaccination sites Thursday as workers put finishing touches on United Center site. Zion man sentenced to 12 years in federal prison for conspiring to assist ISIS. Mayor Lori Lightfoot proposes changes to Chicago police search warrant policies following wrongful raid on Anjanette Young's home. West Chatham gun battle leaves 3 shot, including 2 16-year-old boys. The following headlines are from phys.org. Climate disasters prompt Australia's first platypus refuge. Australian teen dies after box jellyfish sting. Chinese astronauts training for space station crewed flights. SpaceX Starship lands upright, then explodes in latest test. Scientists complete first global survey of freshwater fluctuation. Gender assumptions harm progress on climate adaptation and resilience. Research contributes to understanding of hypersonic flow. Seagrass laws around the UK may be much higher than previously thought. Climate change winners may owe financial compensation to polluters. Neuroimaging reveals how ideology affects race perception. Thank you for listening and for staying informed. This audio was produced today, Thursday, March 4th, in the GMT time zone. The next headlines are from Discover magazine. Identical twins, just how genetically alike are they? Genghis Khan didn't bring down Central Asia's medieval river civilizations, but climate change did. There is an eruption brewing in Iceland, and it may start soon. NASA keeps hiding Easter eggs on Mars-bound spacecraft. Raindrops on other planets are surprisingly like our own. Best CBD oil for pain relief. 7 top-rated CBD oil product reviews 2020. 10 best magnesium supplements for leg cramps. The best CBD oil for cats, Buyer's Guide, updated 2021. Best CBD oil reviews, top 15 CBD oil for sale. Why the meat we eat is an antibiotic resistance threat. The next headlines are from the Seattle Times. EU regulator starts a review of Russia's COVID-19 vaccine. Police, rapper Peasy charged in music video shooting. China advisors meet amid pandemic, Hong Kong crackdown. Probe into EU border agency leaves some questions unanswered. Palace, Prince Philip had a successful heart procedure. 3 Myanmar policemen cross into India seeking refuge. Afghan official says gunman kills 7 workers, bomb kills doctor. Myanmar protesters, undaunted by killings, march again. When will children be able to get COVID-19 vaccines? The following headlines are from mercurynews.com. Ask Amy, we may be the only ones who know about the bad situation next door. Harriet Cole, my husband objects to everything I say, and it's exhausting. Miss Manners, would it be rude to tell her why she's no longer my best friend? Dear Abby, my son is furious that I won't shun his ex's little girl. San Jose Sharks offense dries up in loss to Colorado Avalanche. Steph Curry has 35 but not much help in Warriors loss to Trail Blazers. California to devote 40% of vaccines to low-income communities. Magee Ranch Preserve plan to go forward after voters approve Measure Y. Prep basketball, California return to play advocates deliver data to Governor Newsom. The key to preventing catalytic converter theft is right outside your door, Roadshow. The next headlines are from the Washington Times. Israel still weighing cooperation with ICC investigation. Visitor Center, museum reopen at Mill Springs Battlefield. Fort Campbell begins work on new and renovated family homes. Akers appointed to judicial vacancy in West Virginia. Aber Hall put forward for top prosecutor job in Alexandria. Tennessee Health Agency names new assistant commissioner. The latest, Sri Lanka approves Russia's Sputnik V vaccine. IV to announce fate of Alabama mask order. The next headlines are from The Intercept. Verizon's NFL COVID-19 screening cameras are based on bad science and questionable Chinese hardware. Drug lobby asks Biden to punish foreign countries pushing for low-cost vaccines. Donald Trump's Gab account uses an email address belonging to the extremist platform's CEO. The life and death of an anti-fascist. Why did police never solve the murder of a prominent Portland anti-fascist? This is No Views, daily automated podcast news. You are hearing headlines for Thursday, March 4th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from Eureka Alert. Ambulatory function among cancer survivors may be an important determinant for survival. Major cardiovascular risk factor rates are high in the U.S. Hispanic Latino population. More than 80% of all infant deaths in Zambian cohort experience delays in receiving care. Walking pace among cancer survivors may be important for survival. Air pollution fell sharply during lockdown. New microcomb could help discover exoplanets and detect diseases. Pressure-regulated exotonic feature enhances photocurrent of all inorganic 2D perovskite. Researchers introduce a new generation of tiny, agile drones. The next headlines are from the Chicago Sun-Times. Man, 63, missing from Austin. 9 shot Wednesday in Chicago. Horoscope for Thursday, March 4th, 2021. Northwestern surprises visiting Maryland. 1 killed, 6 seriously injured in Scottsdale crash. Robin Kelly takes reins from Mike Madigan, winning Democratic Party chair race. Tonight we made history together. Backcourt puts on a show as Bulls close first half with a victory. Man dies days after Gresham crash. Coronavirus Live blog, March 3, 2021, smoking among high-risk health conditions eligible to receive shots in Illinois. CPS proposes going back to school in August, ditching traditional post-Labor Day start. The feed from the Riverfront Times St. Louis has been removed for putting advertisements in its news RSS feed. How to request an absentee ballot for St. Louis April 6 general municipal election. Rematches, lopsided victories in St. Louis Board of Aldermen primaries. Eyesight Max supplement reviews, updated, the best eye supplement, effective ingredients. Altai Balance blood sugar supplement reviews, do these capsules work or scam, what are the ingredients? Revision Eye supplement reviews, does these capsules work or scam, effective ingredients? The next headlines are from Detroit Metro. Major Michigan tool Tim Allen likes that President Trump pissed people off, hates paying taxes. Dan Gilbert is now the world's 16th richest man after his net worth skyrocketed by $25 billion on Tuesday. Environmentalists warn AK Steel of impending lawsuit for exceeding air pollution limits. County commissioner violated campaign law by wearing Trump hat at public meeting, state rules. California psychics, safe or scam psychic reading site? Detroit's Canalside Coriander Kitchen and Farm Restaurant readies for opening. 3 male enhancement creams gels that work instantly and safely, get proofs. Meet the food activist, chef, and urban farmer helping to keep indigenous food practices alive in Detroit. Savage love, devastation. Free Will Astrology, March 3 to 9th. You are hearing today's news headlines. These headlines are for Thursday, March 4th, 2021. Now more. The next headlines are from the Houston Press. Dear Yankees, Texas does not deserve this. Upcoming Houston food events, Taco Tuesday and Ban Me for a Cause. Could Hard Knocks this summer be a Houston Texans nightmare? As the rotation goes, so will go the Astros. Best virtual bets, Art Heist, Beethoven, and Crazy Rich Asians. Texas teachers and school staff now vaccine eligible thanks to nudge from feds. Abbott's decree, Houston restaurants respond. Houston Concert Watch 3/3, Ray Wiley Hubbard, Brandy Clark and more. David Johnson agrees to reworked contract with Houston Texans. The Head, trapped on the South Pole and a killer is loose. The next headlines are about world records making news. Pune-based Blades of Glory sets a world record for being the largest cricket museum in the world, Puniker News. Glenbrook man Corey Philpotts has broken the world's strongest marathon record, Blue Mountains Gazette. In first race in a year, Katie Ledecky swims world-leading 1,500 free 15 hours, 42 minutes, and 92 seconds, swam. The amazing story of the grandma and the longest craps roll in history, Casino.org News. Wisconsin dad hits major push-up milestone in quest to break world record, WMTV, NBC 15. Egyptian swimmer breaks unusual 9-year-old monofin world record, Arab News. Egyptian swimmer breaks record with monofin jump, UPI News. One for the record books, surfline.com Surf News. Two Welsh women pull Airbus A320 to break Guinness World Record, UPI News. Concierge Auctions announces February sales, including its fourth world record for highest price, iNews. The next headlines are from Gizmodo. Seresto flea collars tied to over 1,600 pet deaths in U.S. since 2012. This embattled Navajo Nation hospital is still recovering from a recent ransomware attack. Arizona's anti-monopoly bill could help put Fortnite back in the iOS App Store. At least 3 Hollywood private schools had their servers hacked recently. Apple's new service helps you transfer your pics and videos from iCloud to Google Photos. Study, far-right propaganda gets the most engagement on Facebook, especially when it's lies. Watch live, SpaceX attempts third high-altitude test of Starship, update, it actually landed. Microdosing benefits might be largely placebo, experimental study suggests. Ancient memorization trick boosts long-term memory and changes the brain. Brace yourself for a future in which you do not attend this year's Olympics. What place in the world had the hottest and coolest temperatures today? According to ElDoradoWeather.com, the hottest place on Earth in the past 24 hours was Warburton Airfield in Australia at 108.86 degrees Fahrenheit or 42.7 degrees Celsius. The coldest recorded weather temperature on Earth in the past 24 hours was Vostok in Antarctica at minus 71.32 degrees Fahrenheit or minus 57.4 degrees Celsius. The following headlines are from Ars Technica. Starship goes up, Starship goes down, but is the program moving forward? New Nintendo Switch production to begin in June, will be 4K when docked. Researchers build a swimming robot that works in the Mariana Trench. Facebook lifts ban on U.S. political advertising. Google claims it will stop tracking individual users for ads. Comcast hides upload speeds deep inside its infuriating ordering system. Parler sues Amazon, again, claims Ozban sank $1 billion valuation. This startup has an intriguing concept for EV battery swaps. SpaceX recycling vehicle for second Starship launch attempt, updated. The following headlines are from Raw Story. New platform, same racists, how white supremacists use technology to upend Black History Month. Nothing is being done in Georgia to prevent violent threats against election workers from happening again. Groundbreaking progressive program blows up objections from conservative naysayers. AOC warns Biden that helping fewer people than Trump would be nonsensical own goal. How an Obama-era effort to help small businesses backfired. Can QAnon survive another great disappointment on March 4th? Historian explains why it might. The 2 words the GOP wants you to forget. The humiliation of Mike Pence. Texas governor reopens state then claims Biden is spreading COVID by letting immigrants in U.S. with the virus. Meatpacking industry outed for fighting feeble COVID safeguards under Trump, documents. The next headlines are from Mother Jones. Mississippi is about to ban trans athletes over a hypothetical problem. Lauren Boebert says Equality Act is supremacy of gays. Inspector General report says Elaine Chao may have violated federal ethics laws. House cancels March 4th votes thanks to QAnon conspiracy threat. Epidemiologists dive into the battle against vaccine misinformation on Facebook. Eliminate the barriers, how the vaccine rollout is failing communities of color. I will not resign, Cuomo defiant amid calls to step down over sexual harassment claims. Tomorrow is National Grammar Day. Here is George W. Bush's 2008 letter inaugurating it. The House is poised to pass a major voting rights bill and create a hell of a battle in the Senate. Biden and Senate Dems dial back eligibility for stimulus checks. The next items are today's top search results for extraterrestrial life. Editorial, 3 connections we have to Mars, Richmond.com. The following items are today's top search results for the term neuroplasticity. Modulation of intercolumnar synchronization by endogenous electric fields in cerebral cortex, science advances. The next items are the top results for news about longevity and immortality. King's Mansion Hotel Spa in goal to offer DNA-based longevity retreats, Globetrotter. We are nearing the end of this broadcast. This report is for Thursday, March 4th, 2021 in the GMT time zone. What cities are in that time zone? Well, Reykjavik, Iceland, for one. You might wonder if our server is in Reykjavik. It could be. That's it for now. Thanks for enjoying today's newsfeed headlines. This, indeed, has been a No Views, daily automated podcast newscast for Thursday, March 4th, 2021. Bookmark us and tune in each day to our free automated podcast to find out what's going on, around, and, sometimes, light years, beyond the Earth. Fair use statement. True Strange News is a US-based educational not-for-profit news site. We use only parts of content, in transformative ways and without market usurpation. This means you are still going to want to read the original if you are interested in it beyond the headline and any comments we make. We provide links to original sources wherever possible. If you have any copyright concern, please contact us via our About page for immediate remedy. Contact us, Zeno at XENOMAILS 2021 by True Strange News. All rights reserved.